Welcome to Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering. Here we have the finals of one of our FNMs. Chris on Turbo Depths versus Ben on Slivers. Turbo Depths, very explosive. But we see, a Caracas leading out for Ben. That is going to be a tricky card to play around for Chris, as it can bounce that Merit Lage. And Turbo Depths is very all in on connecting for 20 to the face with an indestructible flying creature. Slivers may be a challenging matchup. I don't know what he has for Wastelands. A lot of tribal decks like Goblins and Merfolk are able to support Wastelands. Slivers, however, is often a 5-color build. We have Lotus Petal. Along with that, Urborg is going to solve any mana issues Chris might have. Can't quite make out that other land. I'm sure we'll be able to figure it out soon. And Cavern of Souls now making a Muscle Sliver. Oh, and it's a Wasteland. Okay. Wasteland taking out Caracas. And now we've got a discard spell fired in Ben's direction. He sees a Force of Will, which is snagged. I think there was a Modern Horizons, the Unsettled Mariner, I think it is. Another Sliver. At one point, Goblins was running it as well. It's a Changeling card for blue and a white that makes it difficult for your opponent to target your permanents. And Cavern of Souls. Get out a flanking Sliver. Not going to pump up the stats very much, but it is a 2/2 for 1. You really want a critical mass of Lords to push the game out of reach as quick as possible. I actually found in my testing very often Slivers would just Alpha Strike on the final turn. Made it a little difficult to figure out what the best way to play the deck was. I mean, a lot of the time, the final turn of the game, you were connecting for like 25 damage in the air. Now we have Vampire Hexmage, which is going to be able to combo with this Dark Depths pretty well. Responding, putting in the Mariner. And all of these creatures have flying, thanks to the Gale Rider Sliver. So this is a little bit of a standoff. Chris can swing. And Ben does have Wasteland. That's one of the new ones. Would have been nice a moment ago. Waterlogged Grove going to the graveyard to draw a card. We've got green and blue flyers. So even Sajiri's Step is a little awkward. We've got the flanking Sliver stepping in the way. And Ben's going to need to have some more flyers. Looks like he's gonna. They're not going to be Muscle Sliver. Crystalline Sliver being shown to a duress. If it was a Thoughtseize, this Crystalline Sliver would have been popped in. But here comes Crystalline Sliver, and indeed that Sajiri Step does end up allowing for the breakthrough. Name blue or white, either way, not going to be able to block with the Crystalline Sliver, despite the Shroud. Very often that makes it a very good blocker, ensuring that it can't get hit with Swords to Plowshares or similar effects. But Sajiri Step, it does the job. I mean, that's what Turbo Depths is all about. Finding a way to actually connect with the 2020. Not enough to just get it on board. You do need to finish the game. And we see Sajiri Step, probably the most common way of making sure that it connects when you run into difficulty. The flying helps out most games. Very often decks have no ability to block it. But in the decks that do have the ability, that Sajiri Step can be an absolute blowout. We've also seen Rites of Consumption, a card that you sacrifice a creature and then your opponent loses life equal to the creature's power, toughness. I'm not actually sure which. It's 2020, so I guess they could be printed either way. It would be lethal. Let me know in the comments I believe it's the power, but let me know in the comments if that's the case. Consumption kind of feels like it would be the toughness. But then I guess that card might be better than it seems. You're going to make creatures pretty big pretty easily. On the backside. All right, game 2 here. Ben going to have the play. And it's a difficult match to really sort through. I think Ben has a lot of tools to potentially answer the Turbo Depths Merit Lage. If he can afford to hold on to that Karakas in hand, keep it safe from Wasteland, is an interesting aspect of it. But on the other side, oh wow, we might just have a super fast turn here from Chris. He's got that Dark Depths Vampire Hexmage right away. We see a 20/20 being made before Stifle could possibly come online, or Wasteland. Oh no! What a blowout. He's got the Karakas from hand. Gale Rider Sliver crashes in for 1. Oh, Chris was completely all in there. We've got an Urborg, and it looks like it's going to whiff. We have Fiery Islet, Sinew Sliver, and Gale Rider Sliver. Oh, it's not a duress. I guess it's a Thoughtseize. I thought it was a duress. He does actually snag the Lord, which really slows down the clock. This would have been over incredibly fast with a +1/+1 effect for all of these slivers. Now a Thespian Stage for Chris. Fiery Islet comes down. And a Sinew Sliver off the top. So now 6 damage coming in. And there'll be 8 on the next turn at least. As a quick game goes to Ben as he has the Karakas to answer the Merit Lage. And stop Chris from getting a turn 2 win, turn 1 win. I think Turbo Depths players probably consider that a turn 1 win when you just make a 20/20. The reality is you do need that attack step. And Ben did have a Gale Rider Sliver, so worst case scenario, he would have been in chump block mode for a little while till he found the Karakas. But I guess worst case scenario, he's just dead to the Merit Lage. It is more likely to work out than not. He's probably not running that many Karakases. But man, does that do some work. One of the strong elements of Death and Taxes. So Slivers here, I guess, sharing some considerable DNA with Death and Taxes. We saw Wasteland. We've seen Karakas. We've seen Aether Vial. We're really swapping out the disruption in terms of Thalia and the resilience of, say, Batterskull and Stoneforge Mystic for a whole lot of Slivers. And they can get big pretty fast. They do have wings. I'd imagine that it's helpful versus Delver. Being able to get out in front of Delver of Secrets and easily trading with it, possibly even dominating it in the air. Having a 4/4 flyer staring down your Delver of Secrets is pretty menacing. Chris gets the play with an Inquisition of Kozilek, and that's going to connect with just about anything in hand. We see Siphon Sliver, Striking Sliver, Crystalline Sliver, Muscle Sliver. But I think only 1 land. Interesting. Now the Striking Sliver seems like the only thing that could be played. Muscle Sliver is going to be taken. I'm actually not sure what the best thing to take is there. Only 1 land. If he draws another land... If he doesn't draw another land, you're going to win. So there's that. Thespian Stage. And this Altered Bayou is going to crop rotate. And we'll see if there's any fast mana to go along with this. For Chris's sake, I hope so. You do not want to pass into a Wasteland. There's Lotus Petal. And Lotus Petal. So we're getting a 20/20 main phase. 2 random cards. Is one of them Karakas? No. That Wasteland, painfully slow. That would have avoided this blowout situation. We've got a Striking Sliver. Oh, he's got the Karakas off the top again. Oh, but not of this world this time. but he's got another blocker. So Not of This World protecting the Merit Lage. It is a free counter to a spell or ability targeting a creature with power 7 or greater. Does he have multiple copies of that? Because this is going to require multiple blocks. No, he does not. So he's going to scoop it up, as Karakas will eventually answer the lone Merit Lage, Chris's only permanent, able to defend it. But you know what? The Slivers, with their flying, able to buy enough time. We see some sideboard cards there from Chris. And Ben, those Siphon Slivers can also push him out of range of Merit Lage. I don't know. This seems like it could actually be a tough matchup for Turbo Depths. Let me know who you think is favored in the comments. That is all for this one, but don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.